Hey people, Indrid here, 3v3, Lorthaz's Cataclysm, blue team. Aazalot is a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that leaps into combat some powerful disruption and support, looks like the Beal Tan colours. Alongside AlphaLegion as an Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee but can get ranged weapons. We have, I think it's the Armageddon Steel Legion recoloured, grey and purplish. I don't think it's Deathclaw of Krieg. And rounding off this team, crazychairman 96 as a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist going to infiltrate and disrupt some powerful offense and a bit of support. The red team, Sacred, is an Apothecary support hero fighting in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Alongside, Breeze with a Kommando knob, infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins in ranged combat with a twin link shooter. Some cool war paint as well. And rounding off the teams is Mr.Muffin with a Plague Champion. Starts off with a damage of a time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support. Rocking the AlphaLegion elite scheme actually, there's some Nurgle worship. Contested VP here in the south, where the remnants of this giant chaos ritual is. Pretty cool. Quite an interesting contested VP actually, these restrictive stairs and stuff around it. So maybe you won't see as many setup teams trained upon it. There's your Flesh Hook. Ormagaunt's not quite close enough to pounce on him though, they're going for it. Heretics are going to get in amongst the Termagants. There's a Doom Blast. Forces them to retreat. Plague Champion might be forced to retreat here. Are there support coming in? A little bit of support maybe from Sacred perhaps. Plague Champion has to run. No Doom Blast there from the second Heretics coming in. In the mid, Hammer of the Witches on the Apothecary's face. Double Sentinels here for AlphaLegion. Good special too. Some Kommando knob support, gets a stun on the Guardsman. There it is, can now cause some DPS, they have to run. Heal thrown onto the Scouts. The Sentinel is going to ground pound. And there it is. Got Sacred's entire army with that. Apothecary has to run. Inquisitor doing really well here. She's probably going to get shot in the back though and have to retreat very soon. Yeah, Tax is still in play, and the Kommando does good DPS with his twin link shooter, and she flees. In the north, we have some contested points. Wow, full gens up on this contested power. These contested points are kind of close to these natural powers, which in turn are quite far away, as you can see here, from the HQ. So they might be prime targets to hit. They could be quite difficult to defend. Banshees are getting ripped up here by ranged fire. They need to be very careful. Tactical Marines should be in melee with them here, but I think they're going to go down. I don't think they're going to get away. Too much range damage. Even without the Tactical Marines going into melee there. That's very sloppy from Aazalot. They had plenty of opportunity to get them to get out of there. And I think they had their aspect, didn't they? Warlock is harassing some shooter boys. There's a stomp from the Sentinel. Might need some more Guardsmen to help repair those things. Breeze dropped some shooter boys though. Or did they only have one? I actually don't know. I only saw one. Maybe they did only have one. Assault squad on the way for Sacred. Indrid paying attention as usual. In the south, a bunch of dead heretics. Lictor Alpha is trying to finish off these fellas. I don't think they're going to do it. Having to flee. Warrior Brood on the field and they dropped a model. And we got some grenade launcher heretics for Mr.Muffin. The other fellas, of course, with the aspiring champion. Through onto the VP is the blue team. Warlock falls over. Slugger's killed him. Commando is in play, and so is the Apothecary with a customized Stormbolt. It's going to be tough to revive the Warlock here, I think. Shuriken Cannon on the way now. What is Breeze up to? Oh, looters. There we go. Taking a while to get something on the field. They haven't built up their natural power, the blue team here, but they do have that contested power all the way built up by Aazalot. Oh, we got stick bombs. Cool. The damage he does to this Inquisitor here. This is a level 1 Commando with his default weapon. That was 3 bursts. Took almost half her hit points. Pretty damn effective. Holy Brazier on the field. Oh my god, it's chasing off some heretics, but now they need to run. CSM could have finished them in melee. I think they still might get them. Maybe. It's going to be close. 9 hit points to get away. Misplay there from Mr.Muffin and should have finished them off. Lictor Alpha is in amongst them, being suppressed by the Barb Strangler Warrior Brood. Maybe they'll get a heal from the Apothecary. Maybe they already have actually. He's kind of low on energy. No sign of full auto. Maybe I missed it. Ingrid usually doesn't miss things. What's going on? We have suppressed CSM again. Raptors on the field though for Mr. Muffin, and an assault squad for Sacred. This is going to be really bad for that Tyranid backline. Could jump right onto the warrior room and try and get models off them. Another jump here onto the heavy weapon squad, which are really far up. Disrupted by the assault squad landing on them. Raptors meanwhile will suppress you when they land on you. Shuriken though gets them to leave. You need to be careful with their positioning then to try and support each other in terms of their setup teams. They champions quite close to death, so be careful. No heretics around to worship. Tier 2 for Sacred, the first player to go. 383 to 459 red team have had this VP for a little while, and I don't think the natural got decapped when the blue team came through. Aazalot, I think, had to repurchase the Warlock, so they're quite low on requisition right now. In the north, power bashing burner sluggers. Looks like they want to steal the gens there. What's that? Oh, it's a garrison with something inside of it. I guess that's where the looters are. Yeah, that's where the looters are. Shooter boys back at base. Power bash by the blue team. Got one gen and then back away. I think he should back away. Yeah, that's alright. Termagants both with their toxin sacks. Mr. Muffin goes tier 2, so does AlphaLegion and crazychairman 96. Looks like Muffin and crazychairman went at basically the same time. They are indeed trying to steal this power. Contested power in the mid also has been gen by Aazalot. They really like to gen up these contested powers, eh? Merciless Switchblade annoying the tactical marines by knocking them over with the ranged attack there. Also drains energy. Does some really good damage. Champion's Road is up. Those guardsmen, oh, do not get away. I thought they barely got away there, but they did not. Finished off, I think, by assault squad. Bolt pistols. Warlock getting destroyed. Got too close to those looters and almost goes down. In fact, they could jump and finish him off there, but they don't. I think they should have. Decent chunk of XP. Tactical Marines getting messed up, but they do not drop a model. Shooter boys backing away. These guys do have their big shooters and their knob leader, so they're putting out some good DPS and can suppress stuff. Assault squad jumping in. Double termagants counter initiating with the Hormagaunts and a Lictor Alpha now. You have a weapon upgrade? No. It's a good grenade. It's a really good grenade and a crippling poison in there too. Can they not get a model though? They can't. Hormagaunts did get away. Stick bombs. Not hit. I think he was going for the termagants there. 360 to 428 on the VPs. Oh, look at this. Raptors have got through to decap a fully matured wreck point. Sometimes people get a bit of narrow, like tunnel vision. When they get through into the enemy side of the map, they're like, hey, bash power, bash power. But if you've only got Raptors around, or one squad that isn't good at bashing power, go decap a wreck point. Because it really delays your enemy. Blood Crusher on the field for Mr. Muffin. AlphaLegion is down to just a heavy weapon squad, but they are in tier 2. Are they considering going straight to tier 3 here? Their map is very red. That is super risky. Super risky. And the Blood Crusher is going to bash power here. Going to chase off these guys, but they do have an autocannon. It is some decent damage. Special attack from the Blood Crusher. Surely going to get a model off him. Yep, got one model off him. Raptors with their aspiring champion, but do they want to fight a Tyrant Guard? I don't think they do. Mark of Corn CSM could do some good damage to it with their power weapon chain axes, but they would take a big chunk of damage doing it. The Tyrant Guard does splash damage around its target with melee attacks. Blood Crusher is pushed in really far, and the heavy melee of the Tyrant Guard will tear through the vehicle armor of the Blood Crusher. It needs to charge out maybe, or it's already used a charge, I think. I think it's going to go down. Oh, special attack from Tyrant Guard. Not what it wanted. Wanted to get a regular attack there. Blood Crusher with 13 hit points might get away. Where are the heretics? I don't think they're around to worship it. It gets away. That is amazing. Because of that special attack. The special attack of the Tyrant Guard, I mean, it's decent. It's got a quick animation, but it has a really long cooldown time afterwards. You saw the Tyrant Guard kind of just stand there for a couple of seconds after he did that special, which cost it. Has to charge away, get some good damage and charges away. He's also got a pretty powerful self here. You saw the Stern Guard veterans of Sacred using their Vengeance rounds for extra damage versus the Tyrant Guard there. Lots of pressure from the red team. They couldn't bash the power though. Because the Plague Champion alone is trying to bash it. Oh, they're still in play. They can bash it now. They can bash it now. Noxious Cloud thrown in. Not sure where these guys are going. Should be bashing power, fellas, maybe. I was looking to go after the Bane Wolf because it's going to rip through the gens. This is a unique vehicle for the Inquisitors you can call in. That Chem Cannon melts down or dissolves, I guess, buildings super fast. Pretty effective against infantry as well. Tier 3 for AlphaLegion and Tier 3 for crazychairman. Also Tier 3 for Sacred. Are they going to get a full bash here? Where are those Stern Guards? Stern Guard on the way with Vengeance rounds, which are effective versus vehicles, especially on the rear armor. Wants to get the gen, wants to finish off the generator. Gets it, there we go. And there's advanced healing from the Apothecary. Such a popular build for 3v3s. Give him a ranged weapon that can also CC targets. Armor of the Apothecarian for the amazing AoE heal and improved medical equipment for more energy. 235 to 428 Aazalot with Wraith Guard and Howling Banshees in Tier 2. The Champion's Robe goes up, really determined to get the decap here. And they get it. The Wraith Guard are a pretty good counter. There's Little Blob. Meanwhile at the south though, kicking off. We have a Chaos Dreadnought for Muffin. Raptors jumping in and scaring off that ranged blob of Tyranids. Need some more anti-melee, I think. Looks like we're not going to see Gene Stealers. No weapon for the Lictor Alpha, and no upgrade for the Kommando. They'd fare a lot better against these Raptors and his Chaos Space Marines if they had them, but if they did, they wouldn't have got to Tier 3 that quickly, I suppose. Maybe we'll see a melee Carnifex now to punish those things. Bane Wolf might be done for. Those tank busters needed to get moving quicker there. Also, the Bane Wolf survives. Are these guys going to survive though? Because those are, yeah, some really pissed off sluggers with their Nob Leader. Blue team bashing the red gens. Wraith Guard need to be careful. Those Wraith Cannons will do friendly fire. Also, they're not going to finish their bash. Maybe they can sense the Orks moving in. Chaos Dreadnought with that auto cannon. Decent damage for all targets. Trying to bash power here. Doing a good job actually. From decent range as well. There you go. Blood Crusher still around. They don't really have a way to deal with the Dreadnought. They could send the Tyrant Guard into melee, but it would take a lot of damage from everything else while it does that. We have some Vanguard veterans now for Sacred, and they've got a Power Fist already. Gives them a bunch of power weapons. You can upgrade the hammer to a fist. They do lose their Melter Bomb. Become more of a dedicated melee squad. Commandos called in by Breeze. Everyone Tier 3 aside from Muffin and Aazalot. Aazalot down to just Wraith Guard now. They have struggled in this match, but they have time to recover. Well, maybe 2-1 against them, 198 VPs. See how well their allies can carry them. Blue team really struggling here. Look at the map; it's very red. Heretics wiped. Not sure this Tyrant Guard is going to get away though. AlphaLegion says Baneblade producing. Get a full power bash here, the red team. Battle Wagon on the way for Breeze. Here's some Dark Reapers for Aazalot. They've decided to stay in Tier 2 and try to build their army up. Nothing wrong with that. Especially when you're behind. Unless your allies are doing really well and you have a bit of breathing room to catch up in tiers. Bane Wolf has been repaired. Just to be careful though, because there's some anti-vehicle Orks around. Commandos getting their Nob Leader, who also has a rocket launcher. Kommando doesn't have one yet though, the Nob. And there's your Dark Reapers for anti-heavy infantry damage. Tyrant Guard heals itself in the shield wall. No attempt to bash there from Mr. Muffin. Well, I guess they bashed one of the gens, at least. Flesh Hook, and then the Plague Champion's taken out. Bane Wolf doing its job, bashing power super effectively here. Look how quick that is. Can it get away though? I don't know if it can. The Chaos Dreadnought should have been put into melee mode, I think. Does it need to be though? Here come Raptors. Nope, down it goes. Raptor just path blocked it for a second, allowed the Blood Crusher to get the last hit. Swarm Lord on the way for Crazy Chairman, and the Bane Blade is almost up. Is it going to be enough? Look how much power coming in the red team have here. Plus 66 per minute compared to plus 27 for the blue team. That's a massive difference. Wraith Guard in big trouble. Down they go. They were enhanced by the Falchu's wing. I think Aazalot got a bit too excited and kept them into danger for too long. I mean, if you're Wraith Guard and you're jumped by Vanguard veterans, it's time to leave the fight. Unless you have some really good counter initiation to help you out from Banshees or whatever. Warlock dropped in. Get some good hits on the Stern Guard. Ouch. Vanguard go down. That was alright. Did they get run over by their own battle wagon there? What did all that damage so quickly? Maybe the plasma guns and the turret guard and stuff. Here's the Swarm Lord. Super unit for Tyranids. Devastating in melee combat, also provides a speed and reinforcements in that. Pretty damn useful. Here's your Bane Blade, sorry. Bristling with guns. More than a match for a battle wagon. Terminators on the field for Sacred. They are getting a Cyclone missile launcher to try and shoot down that Bane Blade. Can AlphaLegion and Crazy Chairman carry Aazalot here? We need to get some stuff on the field. Maybe some setup teams. Just try and be cautious. Flash up for the Plague Champion. He's going to die again. I mean, he's been meleeed by a Lictor Alpha, a Swarm Lord, and a Turret Guard. Yeah, it's not a good day. Also, Corrosive Claws for Lictor Alpha. Debuffing speed and damage resist on hit. Also have Toxic Cysts. 142 to 378. Swarm Lord is taking a fair amount of damage here. Oh, now we have a Mark of Tzeentch Chaos Dreadnought. That's bad news for a Swarm Lord. Swarm Lords have vehicle armor. Trying to use the Leech Essence there to get some health back, but there's nothing around to leech the health from. Turret Guard is pushed up. Going after the Dreadnought, is being debuffed by the Corrosive Claws, as you can see. Yeah, this is a bad place for Lictor Alpha to be, though. Got a good special, but does not get away. And now, with this Tyrant Guard, it's done really well so far for Crazy Chairman. Tyrant formation. Some good hits. Can they finish off the Blood Crusher with it? They can. The Turret Guard does go down. Bane Blade is here, being repaired. Stick bombs thrown in. Guardsman just brush it off. Inquisitor has Purgatus. Aazalot gets some more Howling Banshees up, really. Land Raider Redeemer on the way for Sacred. They are up against an Eldar player, but they're not tier 3, so no sign of the Eldritch Storm for a while at least. They don't necessarily know that Aazalot is still in tier 2 though. Bane Blade backs off, which I think is smart. There's an enhance on the Banshees, and they're getting the aspect of fleetness. Dark Reapers doing some good DPS to the Terminators with their Inferno PvP damage, and a revive here for the Inquisitor, who's getting her mandate. Battle Wagon is... it seemed to be gearing up for a charge, but it didn't happen. Uh-oh. Bane Blade's in trouble. Those are Commandos. Where are the Tank Busters? I don't know. Oh, they're inside the battle wagon. That was just the Kommando knob with the rocket there. Flash up and then run, Lictor, run. That goes down. Might get another revive though. Dark Reapers need to be careful. They do a lot of DPS to Terminators, but I don't know if they're not going to effectively trade with them 1v1. Because they do a lot of piercing DPS, those Terminators, with their default weapons. I mean, Dark Reapers are heavy infantry, but it's a lot of DPS. 142 to 293. Lictor Alpha's back to his feet. Crazy Chairman promising not to die anymore, we'll see. It's a nice Purgatus, but then she fell over. Here's some Tyranids back into the fray. It's a good suppress on the Chaos Space Marines. Where is that Land Raider. Coming out of base now. Uh-oh, a Orks. And that was also a melter bomb in there from these Chaos Raptors that have got their melter bombs out. Orks, pretty devastating nuke, but they have kind of shrugged it off a bit. They can reinforce off the Swarm Lord, you see. Raptors getting some shots in though. Banshee's there to deal with those alongside their Warlock. Baneblade is doing a lot here for the blue team. Can they keep it alive? Swarm Lord's doing a lot too, getting into the back lines and just messing stuff up. Banshees might die again. Yep, they die again. That was Lightning Claw, Chaos Terminator this way. They're not good at fighting the Swarm Lord though. They're really good at fighting infantry. There's a Land Raider. Oh, they got inside the Land Raider. Big fight here. 142. VPs for the blue team. 3 something for the red team. What was it? No, 242 for the red team, so it's quite close. 100 VPs isn't a lot. Fire Dragons on the field there for Aazalot. Really good unit to put your enhance on. They're keeping the pressure up on the Land Raider, you know. This Swarm Lord is doing so much work, it's soaking up so much damage as well. But quite rightly, Crazy Chairman then backs away. They don't want to overextend, they can't afford to overextend here, the blue team. They are taking these northern points though, look at this. This is AlphaLegion's anti-armor kit stormtroopers. Tier 3 for Aazalot. Doesn't seem like they're going to be able to drop a nuke up. Not sure what they've been spending their red on. They did drop that Autark in. Not sure what happened to that Autark actually. I saw her get dropped in and then never saw her again. I guess she died pretty fast. They have struggled to preserve their units here, Aazalot. Sometimes that's the way of it. They have been sloppy though. Paranoid formation used again. Wasn't the best time to use it, I don't think. Swarm Lord might need to back away here. Yeah, it's taking rocket launcher hits now from those commandos. Level 3 commandos too. Here comes some guardsmen for AlphaLegion just to help repair stuff, I believe. That is a repair bunker though. Some late assault squad for Sacred. Kicking off in the south. Raptors jumping in. They can't suppress anymore when they get their melter guns. And yeah, Chaos Terminators are going to rip through the Dark Reapers so fast. Need to run, fellas. There you go. Land Raider really pushing up. Battle Wagons there too. Battle Wagon's been pretty good. Got units inside so it moves faster and shoots all the guns. Baneblade could be in trouble. 142 to 177. AlphaLegion trying to get a little rush. I think the Baneblade is done for. Down it goes. You need to get it moving. At the first sign of danger, you need to be so hyper aware when you've got a Baneblade out in a 3v3. If you don't have support with you and you see anything threatening, start moving. Sacred has tons of resources here. They might be waiting for the cooldown to get more Terminators. Inquisitor's got the VP. Red team are taking the contested. And that power is bashed. Lictor Alpha's being sneaky. Not sure what they're going for, but they've bashed this power as well. Look at that. Red team are kind of dropping the ball on map control and map awareness here a bit. They were super hyper focused on getting a Baneblade down, which is fair enough, but now it's down. You need to reevaluate your priorities a bit. There is a Vanquisher leaving us. Good at taking out large targets. Or that Slugger right there. Tank Buster Barrage is going to miss. You can just see the Warlock leaping on the minimap. It's like he's got a jetpack or something. He's going to die to those Terminators pretty fast though. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. Is he attacking the Dreadnought? What is he doing? Down he goes. Chaos Spaceman's a level 4. Ripping through the Fire Dragons. Aazalot really having a rough time here. 140 to 144. Seems like, I think they're a new player. It must be a new player. Really struggling to control their units effectively. Okay, this Dreadnought might go down to the Swarm Lord. Does go down to the Swarm Lord. The Swarm Lord's been amazing. He was buffed, wasn't he? Recently, I think he was buffed. He got a bit more damage or something. Run away. Oh no, he's going to go down. Just said how great he was doing. There's the leech essence, might keep him alive. And these guys are running into the leech, so he's leeching more. There we go. He's alright. Backs away now. Double cap for the red team though. Not looking good for the blue team, is it? They are all very depleted. Aazalot just can't keep units alive. They might be saving up for an avatar, but I'm not sure if they're going to have time for that. Single cap now. Blue team are getting the south. And here comes a Carnifex, and the Swarm Lord did survive. AlphaLegion still has the Leman Russ as well. That Rapt had a bad day. Stone Guard are chasing it down. Wow, that Vanquish Cannon is really accurate, you know. It says it's effective against vehicles, but from what we've seen in this game, super effective against anything, basically. Get some big rear armor hits on that battle wagon. Land Raider's quite low, but the Leman Russ can't afford to stick around at the moment. Oh no, the Inquisitor went down getting that cap over there. Lictor Alpha might be able to sneak over and get a revive. Stone Guard are on the chase, supported by the advanced healing. Russ needs to keep moving. Need to try and keep it facing this way as well. Doing a good job so far. Here's the Carnifex. Is it going to be a melee Carnifex? No, it's a Venom Cannon to go after those big vehicles. I would say go melee with it. So you can fight those Chaos Terminators and fight the Vanguard veterans and stuff. But a Venom Cannon is going to be useful too. Might be able to get that Land Raider down. 48 to 135, double cap for the red team. AlphaLegion is going to try and cap something, it seems. They're losing their natural VP though. See a council on the field for Aazalot, that's where the resources went. Okay, Commando's got the decap, but they didn't get the cap. 28 to 135. Sacred is just way up the map here. The Land Raider's getting quite low. I wonder if the Swarm Lord can go after it here. Where is the Carnifex? Had to back away. Took a bunch of damage. That was the Blade Flurry there. Goes after the Land Raider. There's nothing here to repair it. Chrono Formation. I think they've got a Land Raider here. They have. Well played, Crazy Chairman. Was it enough though? 19 to 135. Warlock going for the southern VP. His shield is down. Could use Distort Field, but they've got it. Oh, maybe. A little bit of a delay, but they do get the cap. Now run away, Mr. Warlock. Run away. Need to run away. Did not run away. I don't know if they could have made it anyway. What is this? Take champion, taking the opportunity to cap that wreck point. Double cap for the blue team. What's going on? Mr.Muffin is down to just 2 units, you know. What happened to his Terminators? Completely missed that. Completely missed that. Maybe they were already down when I was saying, oh, you know, get a melee Carnifex. Like a twat. Rocket run from AlphaLegion. Aazalot and AlphaLegion have 1 unit each. AlphaLegion needs to be purchasing units here. It's a Baneblade, really. You have 19 VPs left, and you're trying to get a Baneblade in the field. Could be a Master Stroke. Could be madness. There's a reinforcing drop pod pulled in by the Apothecary. Sea Council might die. 88 hit points, 50 hit points on 2 models. Looks like they're going to be okay. Pretty crazy ending. Swarm Lord is super low. He's actually chased into base. What is he doing now though? Need to heal up, buddy. They can't heal up. It was a 2-1 at the end for the red team. The blue team did an incredible job just staying in the game there. Did some good back capping and stuff, but red team were just too strong for too long. Aazalot had a really rough time just preserving their units at all. And their hero as well. AlphaLegion did amazing with the first Baneblade, but couldn't keep it safe forever. Crazy Chairman was pretty solid. Sacred's Land Raider did a lot of work. Just overextended it, as Land Raiders often do. And look at the resources Breeze had. Holy crap. Could have been over a lot sooner if they got some knobs on the field or something. And Mr. Muffin had a level 4 Plague Champion with a Bile Spewer there. for them disgusting green crap. But there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.